together, give a little pinch, turn it over, and sew it. Got my thread. Make sure that let me get back under here, over here, there we go. Pushing my fabric back. Give it a little quick crease, so I'm pushing it away from this side. Using my wooden iron. Or you can take it to your regular iron. It's just when you get the block done, you're going to give it a good press. I'm going to turn it over. And I'm just going to quickly go close to the edge of my paper. It's one reason I like this little mat, because I can turn matting all around. My mat that turns is kind of big, and I've got this up on my sewing table of my machine. So our last section, number 5. We've got to get rid of the number 1 fabric. We don't need pins anymore because we're pretty well sewn together. I'm going to place my postcard on the line, flip it back, put my ruler on. Make sure you close your rotary cutter each time you use it, or it could become painful for you and a little bloody. Now my last one, I wasn't paying the best attention, so I've got this piece left on my charm pack, and I'm looking and thinking, okay, that's going to fit. I'm going to put it on, and this time I put it, you can see, just see how I put it just a little below? I'm still going to sew on my line, but it's going to give me a little more fabric. I'm going to test and turn it to make sure I've got enough. Pretty close, but we'll give it a whirl. Because it doesn't matter if I have a little less than 1/4 of an inch. My line, my sewing line, is my sewing line that doesn't change, so it's not going to throw anything off as far as the size of the block is. Sew my last line. Got my thread. And then, sorry. And I'm going to push my fabric up, and I have enough. And it looks a little crooked, but it won't be once we trim up. I'm going to make sure I've pushed that back. I'm going to use my wooden iron. And now I'm going to do a trim. I'm going to trim all the way around all 4 sides. So I've got some little bit of odds and ends there. So I'm going to put my postcard on this outside edge, straight, solid line. Pull my paper back. Now I only have a little bit of paper now, so it's a little more tedious, but I want to get it back enough so that I can get my ruler in there. And if I need to, I just slide. See, I'm just sliding my ruler up, but I'm pushing it against this card, postcard. So that's one side. Want to make sure my fabric didn't fold down or anything on the other side. Up against that solid line, the outside solid line. Now this time I've got a lot of extra fabric because I didn't trim real close on those edges as I went. It's just as easy to do it at the end. Slide my ruler up. Turn my block again. I turned my mat, but my mat is not square enough, long enough one way. Again, I'm putting it on this edge, my outside solid line, pulling my paper back, putting my ruler on so it's snug up against that, up against the edge of the postcard. Move my ruler up if I need to. And one more side. Again, postcard against the solid line. Fold my fabric back. Put my ruler on. If you cut this outside edge a little crooked or anything, it's not going to matter a whole lot. We're going to leave our paper on. Let me back up here a little bit. We're going to leave our paper on here until we sew this block either with sashing or to another block, because we're going to use this line when we do, which will make this block perfect. So I would just now take this block to my iron and just give it a good press. Remember, it's paper, so you don't want to be talking while you're pressing and hold it down too long. But as long as you just press regular, you'll be fine. So there's our first snowball block.